Shalom. Shalom. Giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha, Hodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that do labor and teach the truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim, you hopeful elect on the highway and hedges, making your body a living sacrifice, according to Romans 12 and verse 1. Shalom to you, sincere believers, which consist of men and women. Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, Abad Babal. This is your brother Zakar Alban coming back with another video. What is soon to be coming to America, all right? What's going on in India and Pakistan? You know, this is ultimately, eventually, this is all going to be a world's war, all right? America and in all the nations are going to be what? Fighting. So this is what, you know, getting ready to happen. Play this video, then we'll get into it.
Just heard about it. I guess people knew something was going to happen based on a little bit of the past. They've been fighting for a long time. You know, they've been fighting for many, many decades and centuries, actually, if you really think about it. No, I just hope it ends very quickly.
Mr. President. Any reaction to the attacks between India and Pakistan?
No, it's a shame. We just heard about it just as we were walking in the doors of the Oval. Just heard about it. I guess people knew something was going to happen based on a little bit of the past. They've been fighting for a long time. You know, they've been fighting for many, many decades and centuries, actually, if you really think about it. No, I just hope it ends very quickly.
Mr. President.
Okay, so let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 5. This is going to be pretty much a quick video. So this is Revelation 18 and verse 5, and it reads, "For her sins have reached it unto heaven, and Adonai Yahweh have remembered her iniquities." All right, her iniquities goes to what? Her continual sin. Okay, and this represents what? America today, Babylon the Great. Okay, which is likened unto what? A whore. For his sins have reached it unto heaven. All right, meaning what? This place wickedness has far exceeded. And Adonai Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. All right, so once again, America is going to be rewarded with heavy judgment for the wickedness they have done. Okay, non-stop wickedness. You can go, you know, there's a whole laundry list of, you know, the follies and wickedness of Babylon the Great, aka also known as America. And the cup which she had filled to her double. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. All right, because they was pretty much not being what? Invaded, not being touched. Okay, but now, you know, there's gonna come a time where America will, you know, receive her judgment. All right, America at one point was looked at as, you know, the dream country. Okay, but now we see more and more people are standing up against it. Unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled to her double. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and she see no sorrow. All right. And when you go to the word queen, I want to put this, you know, I want to say this real swift, but when you go to that word queen, all right, just looking it up, you know, look at the definition of queen. It pretty much means a whore. Okay, it said so much torment and sorrow give her, and this is ultimately what's happening right now. All right, but how much more when Jacob trouble really kicks off? Okay, those, you know, the Babylonians, you know, the so-called so-called Americans today are what? Are feeling the pressure, man. Are feeling the squeeze. Okay. And ultimately, it's going to be what? Jacob trouble. And then to top it off, you know, the fire. For she said in her heart, I said, a queen. I mean, once again, we go to the word queen, just in the common definition, it just goes into whore. And am no widow and shall see no sorrow. All right. Once again, America, doesn't believe that this place is going to be taken out, which they are in definitely for a rude awakening. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, as I just said. All right, shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Adonai Yahweh who judged her. This is righteous judgment of the Heavenly Father. Okay, this is ultimately righteous judgment, and this judgment can't come fast enough, man. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication live deliciously with her, going to what the other nations that have dealt, with America through trade, also dealing with America by taking on some of the American philosophies, right? She delicious with her shall bewail her and shall lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So that proves that, there are going to be certain countries and certain people that would not be hit with the missiles. But America and the land of Israel, definitely is going to be, wiped it. Okay. But the land of Israel will be rebuilt. Not to dive too much into that. But verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. That's literal. Okay, this place, all right, ultimately has been, building, right, for about, roughly about a couple hundred years, all right, a little more than that. But it's ultimately going to take the Most High 1 hour to destroy it. Okay, and Donald Trump says something right here. Let me see if I can find it.
To the attacks between India and Pakistan.
No, it's a shame. We just heard about it just as we were walking in the doors of the Oval. Just heard about it. I guess people knew something was going to happen based on a little bit of the past. They've been fighting for a long time. They've been fighting for many, many decades and centuries, actually, if you really think about it. No, I just hope it ends very quickly.
All right. So he said that he hopes it end very quickly regarding India and Pakistan, which is, that's ultimately what's going to happen in America. It's going to be very, very quick, or this place being wiped off the map, as they say. So this is Revelation 18, verse 10 again. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Okay, so it'll take the Most High 1 hour, because America is like one big city. Okay, that's why you go to New York or California, Chicago, Florida, whatever, you still regard it as what American citizen. It is one big city. All right, but it was beautiful that he said that through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, that he said that I hope it ends quickly. All right, because that's ultimately what's coming right here in America, man. He said for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. All right, so I'm in it there. Like I said, it's gonna be pretty much quick through the spirit. I'm in it there, giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha, Hodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel, do labor and teach the truth with all truth and in sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim. You hope for elect on the highway and hedges, making your body a living sacrifice, according to Romans 12, verse 1. Shalom to sincere believers, which consist of men and women. Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, above the ball. Shalom.